Welcome to Dirt, Sweat, and Gears, your home of mysterious fluid stains. Just kidding, this is a known fluid. This is actually power steering fluid from the Spider Wagon. We are here with my Jeep, and we are about to go on a mystery box challenge. If you've been following my Jeep videos, last time around, we did a major service on the HVAC system. I completely rebuilt the HVAC system, including a new heater core, a new evaporator core. I also put in a new AC dryer, replaced some seals, replaced all of the little rubbers, also replaced the blower motor, the fan switches, and while I was in there, I gave myself a new stereo. Now that I've done all that mechanical work, it has become very apparent that this Jeep is disgusting. I have not washed this Jeep in 3 years. Which brings us to the Mystery Box Challenge. Now, Shine Armor reached out to me a few weeks ago. They sent me their product. I have actually no idea what they sent me. We're going to open this together. And once we open this box, we are going to see how the Shine Armor product can help us wash this Jeep for the first time in 3 years. And we're going to see how well it does. And we are just hopefully make this not such a disgusting place to be. Let's open up the box and see what we got. Okay, well, I have not opened up this box. I am only showing the back side because the front side has my address on it. So, yeah, we don't want to show that on YouTube. But let's go ahead and open this. I may have to put the camera down. I will do my best. Get this side, and then get this side over here, switch hands, hopefully not cut my hand open. All right, and let's see what we've got here. Let's move it over to the bench. Okay, this is, before I show it on camera, this is just a, looks like a shipping manifest over here. Go ahead and stick that in my pocket. We have a microfiber towel. Nice. And we have a bottle of something. Looks like Armor Suds graphene shampoo. Let's get this bag open. Is there anything else in this box? No. Okay. Toss this over here. All right. So we have Shine Armor Suds graphene shampoo and a microfiber towel. Now, I know nothing about this, so we are going to read this together. Graphene oxidized infused wash and wax. So this is a wash and wax in one. Typically, I prefer to wash then wax and not do a 2-in-1 thing. So probably this is not going to be the thing to do for washing it for the first time in 3 years. I probably want to wash it with regular soap and then wash it with this just to be extra cautious because yeah, this is really bad. Let's see if there's any directions here. Armor Suds graphene shampoo, graphene soap aids in detoxifying ceramic coatings or can act as a standalone wash for uncoated vehicles. Despite being pH neutral, this formulation utilizes aggressive, smart surfactants to actively decontaminate a coating to return hydrophobic characteristics without relying on alkalinity to dry out or strip the paint. Features: highly concentrated stable foaming, detoxifies coatings like a pre-wash, leaves a hydrophobic film behind, use 2 to 3 ounce foam in a foam gun or foam cannon, or 1-2 in a 2-bucket wash method. Foam product onto vehicle and agitate stubborn debris using a wash mitt, using proper wash methods to avoid scratching the paintwork. Well, I'm not really too concerned about scratching the paintwork. It really can only get better from here. So, yeah, I think I still want to do a, a dirty wash, and then I'll wash it with this, just because, like I said, it's been 3 years, and I want to get a really good. I want to do a good job on this. I do completely believe that I could use this on, for example, my Prelude or even my Maverick, as is, without having to do any kind of pre-wash. But yeah, this Jeep is absolutely disgusting from 3 years of being used and abused. So let's get to work. We'll do a quick pre-wash, and then we will use Shine Armor. You know, I'm not much of a snob when it comes to auto detailing. That's because, really, just looking at where I live, no matter how clean you get your car, the second you pull it out onto the road, it's going to be dirty again. So because of that, I have not really been putting a whole lot of attention to detail, and especially when it comes to the Jeep. The Jeep is my work vehicle. The Jeep is what I use to haul things from point A to point B, either with the trailer or in the tiny little bed that I've made for myself in the back. This thing is rugged, and I use it as a rugged type vehicle. So you see there's a little bit of paint there. I'm really curious if it can remove that. And because of that, I really haven't been paying attention to the aesthetics of this thing, just because I depend on it. I get in it and I go, and that's all that matters. So I'm missing this. This is actually somewhere inside the cab. I think a tab broke or something. I might try to replace it. But you see, the sun has kind of punished me for not taking care of my Jeep. On the side panels here, the clear coat's gone. I probably don't have high expectations for as far as that's concerned. Side mirrors too. I can try to make them black again, but even down here, the paint's peeled off, so I'll just have to redo it. And then over here, like, it's just like having the sun beat on it really shows just how gross this thing is. And on the top, I have to finish removing the wrap that started peeling off a long time ago. But at the end of the day, this Jeep is legal. It's more or less safe. It's really dependable and really easy to fix. So that's why I depend on it. And it has gotten me through a whole lot of projects in these past couple of years. And now that I've done this work on the inside, I really kind of want to treat myself, or give the Jeep the reward it deserves of at least being a clean vehicle. I want to make this a nice place to be. So that's why when Shine Armor reached out to me, I thought, hey, this is actually a perfect opportunity, because I want to clean this up. Fly in my ear. So let's get to work. Let's get the pre-wash down and see where we're at. Okay, well, first off, let me say I did nothing different from the first wash to the second wash. This was the exact same process. I filled the bucket. I put some of the product into the bucket, enough to get it nice and soapy, and I would rinse the section off to get it wet, and then I would soap it, and then I would rinse it off again when I'm done with that section. And this is exactly the same process, and I can tell you right now, this made a difference. This made a huge difference from just straight washing it with the cheap auto parts store car wash that I have. Again, this is not a show car, and I'm sure if you're a true detailing aficionado, you would be screaming your head off at me for all of the things that I do wrong on a consistent basis. However, this is a utility vehicle, and I am really happy with the results. So I have not dried this thing off yet, but you can see the water is coming off a lot more evenly, except on the windshield. You see it's really spotty on the windshield. I'm probably just going to use Rain-X on the windshield anyway, so that doesn't bother me at all. But on the paint itself, yeah, this is much better. And by the way, I can actually feel the difference. I felt the difference when I put the sponge on the Jeep. I felt that things were getting a lot smoother. I could feel whatever they had in that Shine Armor product. I could feel it just doing what it was supposed to do. So, you know, it's not magic. For me, being the lazy bastard I am, this saves me quite a good deal amount of ass pain, because this is better than I would have done without this product. I would have to wax it and you know, do a lot more work to get it looking like it does right now. So I'm glad I did this. I'm really glad I did this, and thank you to Shine Armor for letting me try your product. We've got the Jeep dry, and you can see where I have a lot more work to do. This is all things that no car wash will ever be able to solve. No car wash is going to be able to add clear coat where clear coat is missing. That's just not going to happen. However, I am really happy with the result. Being what this thing is, this was a really great result for really low effort. Now, I mentioned how I was skeptical about the windows initially, but once I got it dry, wow, the windows came out perfectly. It's just the rest of the car, you know. There's scratches, there's missing clear coat, there's a wrap that's peeling, you know. Car wash isn't going to replace a missing vent. Car wash is not going to fix a peeling wrap. A car wash is also not going to do anything about latex paint. That's gonna have to be a whole other project. But being what this product is, being what this car is, and what I use it for, I am very happy with the result. I'm glad I did this. All right, so first off, I apologize for filming this out of sequence. I just got this idea after I washed the Jeep and after I recorded the outro to the video. So after I filmed the Jeep sequence, I had this idea. Since the Jeep is kind of, well, let's be honest, it's too far gone. It needs serious paint work. At the very least, it needs to be sanded down with a new clear coat. So no product is going to magically bring that back. So I decided, let's try this on another vehicle that I haven't washed for the past 2 years, and, unlike the Jeep, has not been sitting outside. We have my motorcycle. So let's take a quick walk around my motorcycle to show you how dirty it is, and then we're going to give this another try. So first off, there really isn't a whole lot to do here, obviously because it's a motorcycle. We've got the plastics and the painted plastics. That's about it. One of the things that concerns me the most here, though, is this front fender. It turns out that the paint that comes from Zero by factory just really isn't all that great. So there were times where when I was parking my motorcycle before I built the garage, that the car cover would get blown up and it would hook itself over the front fender. And so I've got a little bit of fading on this front fender. I'm really curious to see what Shine Armor does there. But I'm also kind of curious to see what it does on just the raw plastic, like this over here, and there's some plastic there. So I'm just kind of curious as to what it does for the plastics. How does it, you know, not only clean it, but also protect it. Obviously, my motorcycle is quite dirty, so this is a very, very necessary endeavor. And aside from that, there isn't a whole lot going on here. It's electric, so there's not a lot of moving parts. I don't have to worry about a chain because it's belt driven. So this should go really fast, and I think the results are going to be much better considering This actually has paint and actually has a clear coat, unlike the Jeep. Let's get it outside and fill up the bucket. Okay, we got it put down. Now it's time to rinse this off. Went down pretty nicely. Looks like I missed a spot at that wheel. I'm gonna go ahead and get that and then rinse this whole thing off. Now that's what I'm talking about. This is much better. This looks so much better. So still a little bit of a paint fade here, and it did a good job of, I can definitely feel that there's some kind of coating protection there. I suppose over here there's a little bit of clear coat damage from something really nasty that got on it a while back. But other than that, it did a nice job on the plastics, cleaned up the battery box really well, and just all around did a nice job. Yeah, this feels really good. This really does feel like I washed it and put at least a basic wax on it all in one go, which for me, being a lazy person that likes to just get on my bike and ride, this is great. I'm really happy with this. The wheels also look great, by the way. They were pretty rough when I started doing this. The forks cleaned up really nice too. So yeah, this is what happens when you have realistic expectations of a car cleaning product. I am satisfied. This does a good job. All right, so let's get this thing back in the garage so that it doesn't get disgusting within the first 5 minutes, because this tree is dropping lots of stuff on me. Let's get this thing back in the garage and we will jump back to the future, back to the past, back to, does that mean I create an alternate reality? Is any of this even real? Oh boy. So there you have it. That's going to wrap up this week's video. If you like what you see, like, share, subscribe, comment. If you don't like what you see, maybe you're an auto detailer that does more than washing and rinsing cars. You probably have some things to say to me right now. Again, this is a great product. Not magic. Nothing is magic. Magic doesn't exist. Science exists. This product has some science in it, and I could tell it was put itself to use here. If you feel so inclined to try Shine Armor, I do have a link in the description below. It will help me out. I know they make quite a few other automotive products, so if you would like to try their products, use my link. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week.